Today, we're going to show you how to become mentally strong like a world-class athlete. The secret to their bulletproof mindset lies in an ancient Japanese practice called Zen.
Zen, I've heard of it, but I didn't know it had anything to do with sports.
Yes. Specifically, we're exploring the case of a Japanese athlete who excels as both a pitcher and hitter in Major League Baseball and has won the MVP award 4 times, Shohei Ohtani. In the goal achievement sheet he created in high school, there are 8 mental strength items that perfectly embody Zen teachings.
He did that in high school?
Yes. Zen is a Japanese spiritual discipline that trains calmness and mental focus. It's not just about sitting meditation. All of daily life becomes practice. Today, we'll explore his mental approach through 3 Zen keys and share practical insights for becoming mentally strong. By watching this video to the end, you'll understand how to build world-class mental strength. Let's begin. First, let's quickly go through the 8 mental strength items he set during his high school years. As we do, mentally check which ones apply to you. 1. Have clear goals. 2. A burning desire to win. 3. Don't be swayed by the highs and lows. 4. Cool head, hot heart. 5. Don't get swept up in the atmosphere. 6. Avoid unnecessary friction. 7. Be clutch. 8. Show compassion for teammates.
8 items. It feels like each one is pointing out things I think I'm doing, but probably aren't.
Exactly. These 8 may seem scattered, but when viewed through Zen teachings, they organize beautifully. Mental strength consists of 3 keys: Fudoshin, immovable mind; Joriki, concentration; and resilience.
So these 3 keys form mental strength.
Precisely. Just knowing which category these items fall into helps you identify your weak points and where to start. For Fudoshin, there are 4. Don't be swayed by highs and lows. Cool head, hot heart. Don't get swept up in the atmosphere. And avoid unnecessary friction. This is the unwavering anchor of the mind in any situation. For concentration, there are 2. Have clear goals and burning desire to win. This is the engine that channels your energy to one point. For resilience, there are 2. Be clutch and compassion for teammates. This is the spring that lets you rise again and again after falling.
When organized this way, the meaning of each phrase becomes 3-dimensional.
Yes. Now let's start with the most fundamental key. The first key is Fudoshin, the immovable mind. No matter how crazy the world gets around you, can your inner self remain calm? Zen places tremendous importance on this.
The more pressure we face, the more this is tested.
Yes. Don't be swayed by highs and lows doesn't mean eliminating emotions. Whether you win or lose, are praised or criticized, you maintain your axis. Zen teaches Heijoshin Kore Michi. A calm mind is the way. This ordinary mind is the core of Fudoshin.
So having emotions while not being controlled by them.
The second, cool head, hot heart, may seem contradictory, but from a Zen perspective, it's an ideal state. Maintain full passion while keeping your judgment completely calm. This balance allows you to perform at your best when it counts. Zen calls this dochu no sei, seichu no do. Stillness in motion, motion in stillness.
Balance is key.
The third, don't get swept up in the atmosphere, is practice in maintaining your center regardless of the surrounding environment. No matter how chaotic things get around you, never forget, why am I here? What am I here to do? This is Fudoshin in action.
Not being swept away by others is truly difficult.
Exactly. And fourth, avoid unnecessary friction. Zen has the phrase, ko-un ryu sui, flowing clouds, flowing water. Like clouds drifting and water flowing naturally, without waste. By reducing unnecessary conflicts, excessive attachments, and emotional ups and downs, you maintain mental calmness.
So it's about efficiency.
Yes. Looking at these 4 together, you see the conditions for a person who doesn't waver. Not being swayed by results, balancing passion with composure, not being overwhelmed by atmosphere, and not creating unnecessary waves.
Without this foundation being solid, anything built on top would be shaky.
Exactly. The foundation is set. Next is what to build upon it. The next key is concentration power. In Zen, also called Joriki, it refers to the power to focus the mind on one point. When this is trained, you can channel all your energy into this moment right now.
Not just in sports, but in work and study too. This makes the biggest difference.
Have clear goals means placing a clear target in your mind. If the goal is vague, even when you try to concentrate, where to concentrate becomes blurred. In Zen, this is Ishin Furan, total focus, no distractions. Only with a clear goal does energy naturally concentrate on one point.
With clear goals, you stop wavering.
And the second, burning desire to win. This isn't about clinging to results, but rather the strength to decide, I will give my all to this process. From a Zen perspective, this is extremely important.
Burning desire doesn't sound very Zen, does it?
Interesting point. But Zen has the phrase, Daigi Daigo. Great doubt, great enlightenment. Great doubt leads to great enlightenment. With half-hearted feelings, nothing is achieved. Intense commitment to the goal maximizes concentration. However, let go of attachment to results. This is the depth of Zen.
Profound. Commit to the process, but not to the outcome.
You can't control the outcome, but you can always choose how much focus you put into this very moment. When these two, clear goals and focus on process, come together, concentration naturally flows out.
Hearing this, I'm starting to see what's blocking my own concentration.
That's exactly the point, and the third key determines long-term mental strength. The final key is resilience. In Japanese, the spirit of Nanakarobi Yauki, fall 7 times, rise 8. No matter how many times you fall, it's how you get back up that matters.
The difference between someone who stops after one failure and someone who grows from it seems to be here.
Yes. Thriving under pressure doesn't mean not being afraid. Even with fear and anxiety, can you still make the next move? In Zen, adversity itself is seen as a chance for growth. Zen says, Gyakyo Soku Junkyo. Adversity is opportunity. In difficult situations, mental strength is forged.
So, seeing pressure as a chance to grow.
And compassion for teammates. This may seem separate from mental strength, but it's actually the core of resilience. When alone, people feel failure and setbacks more heavily than necessary. But when you think, I'll rise up for these people too, the power to face forward again wells up.
Certainly, it's easier to get back up for someone than just for yourself.
Zen has the concept Jita Funi. Self and others are one. Self and others aren't neatly separated. Therefore, valuing teammates also connects to strengthening your own mental resilience. View adversity as growth opportunities and transform connections with teammates into power. When these two align, the sense of, I can start over as many times as needed, quietly takes root in your heart.
Resilience means you can always reset. That's powerful.
Yes, now let's review how these 3 keys build mental strength. Let's summarize today's content. To become mentally strong, understand the 3 Zen keys, Fudoshin, Joriki, and resilience, and face your own mind. Fudoshin is not getting swayed by highs and lows, keeping your head cool and heart passionate, not being swept up in the atmosphere and avoiding friction. This is the anchor of the mind. Joriki is having clear goals and focusing on the process with commitment. This is the engine of the mind. Resilience is seeing adversity as growth chances and valuing connections with teammates. This is the spring of the mind.
The 3 keys form the structure of the mind.
Exactly. What did you think of these 3?
Honestly, they're all important.
Right. If easily swayed by emotions, work on Fudoshin. If goals are vague and you can't concentrate, work on Joriki. If you can't recover from failure, work on resilience.
Looking at it this way, I can clearly see my weak spots.
Once you see that, change has already begun. Just observe your mind a little each day. That alone will transform your mind. World-class athletes like Shohei Ohtani, whom we introduced today, have also trained their minds using these 3 keys. You can start today too.
Yes. Starting with observing my own mind. I'll be conscious of it from tomorrow.
Yes, step by step. Let's do this together. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.